Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I have a question for you. How do you feel about using blocks in your yoga and movement practice? If you're anything like I used to be, you might be a little bit less inclined to use them because you think that they're there to make the practice easier or gentler or to dumb down the practice, all of which aren't true, but blocks kind of get a bad rap in yoga because we tend to think of them that way. But what if we could use them not only to sometimes make the practice easier, but also to turn up the heat a little bit? Want to see what that looks like? All right, let's go do a block flow, and I'll see you on the other side. Sorry about that. So you're coming back in a downward facing dog. Your hands are on the blocks though. Okay, now, what you are doing in your downward facing dog. So today, because this month we're working on an overhead press, okay, we're not doing that today, but we're doing the same action in down dog by doing down dog push-ups, kind of. That's the way you can think of them, okay? So if you come into downward facing dog, okay, hands are on the blocks, if you're using them. Bend your elbows out to the sides so your head moves in the direction of the floor, like in between the back of the blocks, and then push your arms straight. Yeah. And then just do that 2 more times. Bend your elbows out to the sides, head moves down and forward, and then push your arms straight. Okay, 1 more time, bend your elbows out to the sides, push your arms straight, and then take your knees to the floor and rest. Sit back on your heels. Okay. That action is really similar to an overhead press if you think about it, right? So you start here, you push up and pull back down, okay? Essentially you're doing the same thing, only you're pushing against gravity. Okay, so you want to think when you're pushing that it's not even so much from your elbows, it's from your shoulders, right? Like it would be an overhead press. So you want to be really careful. I'm not going to make you do it again now until we get into the flow, but I want to be really clear. It is really easy to bend your elbows and like lose that middle part of your body, right? To arch in a big way. So you want to try to keep the back of your body inflated. That might mean that you don't bend as deeply. You don't go quite so low. Okay? Elbows bend and you push. Right? Instead of elbows bend, big arch and push. Okay? So just be aware of that as you're doing this. Okay, it's not a push-up in the same way as like you're lowering your chest to the floor and your body is flat, right? This is much more purely upper body and shoulder strength, right? Whereas a push-up, you're using a lot more of your body because you're parallel to the floor. Here, you're not, okay? So you're not going like there, right? It's upper body, upper body, upper body, push. Okay? So that is the transition. That is the beginning of our flow. How low you go is entirely up to you. The reason that we're using the blocks is that in some ways it's easier up on the blocks. So if you're not using blocks, it's the same mechanics, right? Same mechanics. You're just a little bit lower to the ground. Okay, that's all. So, any questions about the down dog push-up? All right, let's do it. So coming into your downward facing dog on the blocks if you're using them. The blocks will also feature in the flow. So if you're not using blocks, that's fine. You just have to ignore some of the block cues. The arms will be the same. Okay, once you're in your down dog, bend your elbows out to the sides. Push your arms straight from your shoulders. Lift your right leg straight up. Okay. Step your right leg up in between the blocks. Come up onto your fingertips and grab the block in your right hand. Okay. Sweep the block up and behind you. Your knee does not go down like it did in the warm-up. Sweep it forward. Okay. Now shift into warrior 3, grabbing the block with your left hand. Take your right arm straight back. Your right arm straight back. So just the block in your left arm forward. Pull your left knee forward. Place the block on your thigh or your hand. Right arm goes straight up. Take the block up into your right hand. Step your left leg back, left arm goes down alongside your body. Good. Left knee down, reach up for the block with your left hand too. Okay, push both legs straight, reach the block forward. Now when I say forward, I don't mean alongside your ears in line with your head. It's forward, your head is lifted. Yeah, there you go. Okay, then take your right arm back and hold. Okay, now take the block down to the outside of your right leg. That means it's probably going to be on the highest height. If the outside doesn't work, go inside. It's too much crossover, go inside. Right hand is at your hip. Push through your left leg, rotate and twist. Yeah. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Bend your right knee. Place the block flat down again. Hands on the block. Step back. Down dog. Yep. Okay, then bend your elbows out to the sides. Push. Arms straight, left leg up. Step your left leg forward in between the blocks. Grab the block in your left hand. Sweep your left arm up and over behind you. Sweep it forward again. Warrior 3, so lift off, grab the block in your right hand. Take your left arm back. Okay. Draw your right knee forward. Place the block on your right thigh. Left arm goes up. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Okay, take the block up into your left hand. Step your right leg back. Right arm goes down alongside your body. Lower your right knee. Reach up with your right hand. Grab the block. And then push your legs straight. Right knee comes up. Block forward. Left arm back. Cross the block down to the outside of your left leg, if you can. Left hand to your hip. And you can shorten your stance a little bit if you need to. If that right leg feels very far back, step it in. Push through your right leg and rotate your torso to the left. Okay, bend your left knee slightly. Place the block flat down again. Hands on the blocks. Step back. Down dog. Okay, down dog push-up. Bend your elbows. Push your arms straight, right leg up. Three-legged dog. Step your right foot up in between the blocks. Grab the block in your right hand, sweep it up. Behind you. Sweep it forward again. Step up into Warrior 3. Grab the block in your left hand. Right arm goes back. Draw your left knee forward. Place the block on your left thigh. Right arm up. Okay, take the block up into your right hand. Left leg back. Left arm down alongside your body. Lower your left knee. Reach up for the block with your left hand. Push your legs straight. Block goes forward. Right arm back. Take the block to the outside of your right leg for the twist. You can step your left foot in slightly if you need to. And rotate. Push through your left leg as you squeeze your hips toward one another to make the twist a bit easier. Easy being relative. Okay, then rebend your knee. Place the block flat down again. Hands on the block. Step your right leg back, down dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Step your left foot up in between the blocks. Grab the block with your left hand. Sweep it up and behind you. Sweep it forward again. Push into your left leg. Warrior 3. Grab the block with your right hand. Arm goes back. Left arm goes back. Ooh. Draw your right knee forward. Place the block on your right thigh. Left arm up. Reach the block up into your left hand. Right leg back, high lunge, right arm alongside your body. Good. Right knee down. Reach for the block with your right hand. Good. Push both legs straight. Block forward. Left arm goes back. Take the block to the outside of your left leg. Shorten your stance if you need to. Left hand is at your hip. Ooh, squeeze your legs toward one another as you press through your right heel. Bend your left knee. Unwind. Block goes flat down. Hands on the blocks. Left foot back. Down dog. Whew. Right leg up. Three-legged dog. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't do our, hang on. We didn't do our push-up. Back in dog. I forgot. My bad. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Push your arms straight. Now, right. Thank you so much for going on a block adventure with me in a flow practice. I hope that you enjoyed it, but if nothing else, I'm just really glad that you tried it out to see what it could be like to add props to a flow practice that doesn't necessarily make it easier, but definitely turns up the heat a little bit and sometimes give you context for certain poses that, if not makes it easier, does just give you a little bit more insight into how you can feel stronger within the pose and within transitions from one pose to another. Okay, so if you enjoyed classes like this one, or if you want more classes like this one, come and hang out with me in my Move with Naomi online studio. I don't use props in every single class, but I do love to find really interesting and creative ways to incorporate props that might be really different than what you're used to and might not always make it easier, although sometimes they do, but often turn up the heat or just give you some insights that you didn't have before about very familiar poses. So if you're interested in checking out more classes like this one, you can check out the description below, which will give you a link to test out my online studio, Move with Naomi, for 2 months for 50% off. So basically you're getting 1 whole month free, but you get 2 months, which is kind of a sweet deal. So go check it out, and I will see you on the mat again soon, whether it's here on YouTube or in my studio. I'm just really, really glad you're here. So thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time, bye.